Media Centre, and we did a briefing a few years ago on the old Clinical Trials Directive, at which Professor Rory Collins from Oxford said it was killing people. Kent Woods was on the panel. He didn't really like this, but Rory pursued it and said that gave examples of trials that had been either abandoned because of bureaucracy or significantly delayed, and made quite a compelling case, I thought, for the fact that people may have died as a result. So I know that there's a kind of broad consensus with extremes on either side that the past one wasn't working, it was broken, it needed to be fixed. And so I think it's good news for everybody in this room that there is a revised directive on the way. This is a real proper working meeting. It's not just for 4 experts to talk at you, it's for 4 experts to also listen to you. And having a look at the list of names of people who've signed up, you are as expert as some of the people on the panel. So I am going to let them speak for 6 to 8 minutes maximum, but then it's very much over to you. I know Glenys in particular is really, really keen to hear from you. People may know that the final deadline for amendments to the directive is next week, the 27th. So she really is genuinely keen to hear what you think should be in those amendments. Andy Flagg, who's in the front row here, is her colleague who's also going to be working on this. So basically, you are free to lobby them. They're both staying for lunch as well, so please do directly lobby them about changes you want. I'm going to introduce the speakers all at once and then take them in that order. So first, we are very delighted to have Glenys Wilmot with us, who is the Labour member of the European Parliament, and in fact Labour's leader in Europe. And she's now been appointed, as you know, to be the European Parliament rapporteur for this directive, so absolutely critical that she hears from you today. Then we're going to introduce Stefano Sorro, who's head of the unit within the European Commission's Directorate and General Health and Consumers, so I think has played a huge part in drafting this new directive. Then over to a kind of case study as to why we need this directive to work better, from Professor Michel De Luca, who is Director of the Centre for Regenerative Medicine at the University of Modena. Michel is also the principal investigator in Optistern, which is an EU-funded research project bringing together stem cell biologists and clinical experts from across Europe. And finally, we come to Liz Philpotts, who is Head of Research at the AMRC, which is the Association of Medical Research Charities, who probably will be speaking for a lot of the charities in this room as to what those organisations want to see from this directive when it's implemented. So, with no further ado, we will introduce Glenys.